Nandani va va va, Shiva Shakti Rupini va va va, Kali Devi Rupini va va va, Durga Devi Rupini va va va, Mahishasuramarddini ai va va va, Lakshmi Devi Rupini va va va, Mohini Devini va va va, Saraswati Devini va va va, Srivalli Devini va va va, Divani Devini va va va, Pattini Devini va va va, Parvati Devini va va va, Satchitanandani va va va, Shiva Shakti Rupini va va va, Kali Devi Rupini va va va, Durga Devi Rupini va va va, Mahishasuramarddini ai va va va, Satchidanandani va va va.
Are they lovely?
They are very lovely.
Your tusks are getting thicker and bigger every day. Did you know that? Great love affair. All my animals, all our animals in Skanda are my brothers and sisters, my family. And they've given me great joy. They're the happiness that we grow up in. Spiritual sadhana means caring for all life. This is the way we pay our karmic debts. We have killed, we have caused injury, we have cheated, we have robbed from one cycle of birth to another, and now you have the opportunity to pay your karmic debt. Grasp it. Say, life, I come to your assistance in your path of evolution. And this is the partnership that we have to build between ourselves and life. What a joy it must be to you to see an animal who needs help. And so we care for all the animals. And what a privilege, I can tell you. When you have an animal or anything that is suffering, say, come, I will look after you. Don't put yourself before, but the animal or life that is sacred. All life is sacred. When you begin to think like that, then you open the window of your heart for the Lord to dwell in it.
People have some pretty weird and mixed up ideas about the worship of the Divine Mother. Now, first and foremost, she is a mother, and her children, her family, are every single living being on this planet. That means every single human being, every single cow, goat, pig, dog, cat, chicken, bird, all the manifestation of nature. She is Mother Nature. So for her to get her grace, the person has to care for her family. She's interested in how you express your love to all of the life that surrounds us in the world. And if you do that, if you treat life with great sanctity and great reverence, He will come to you and give you direct experience of her Shakti and her protection. It's as simple as that. Here in Skanda Vale, life is treated as sacred and not as something separate or different. Now people say, oh, I don't see God, I don't hear God, I can't touch God, I can't feel God, I don't experience God. God's a concept. Oh, okay, I come to the temple because, maybe God's in the temple, but God is around you all of the time on this planet that we live on. And this is exactly what was taught by Krishna in the Gita, to worship God in His universality. In His universality means that every single thing is part of the nature of God. Walking around the grounds of Skanda Vale, there is a lot of life here, a lot of birds, a lot of animals. Listen, be sensitive to that manifestation of life. Look at the bushes, the trees, sit quietly, and if you look at the trees and the plants and the bushes, you see how they interact with the wind, how one moves slightly differently from another one. They're life. They've got pranam within them. They are divine. That's what our Guru taught us. He would walk through Skanda Vale and he would hold his hand up. And he said his head was like a receiving station, feeling the impulse and presence of God in every living being. If a bird was hungry, he'd know. If a plant needed watering, he'd know. If a person was distressed, he'd know. Because he was acutely aware and sensitive to that vibration that surrounded him in his life. Now, that's not exclusive to Guru. Through serving life, through identification with the divine, we can cultivate that degree of heightened sensitivity and awareness and begin to experience that.
When the Sri Ranganatha temple was initiated by Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu specifically told Guru, I want to be worshipped in my elements. Over the time that I've experienced worshipping there since the temple was consecrated, you begin to develop a sensitivity to the direct interaction of the divine in that act of worship manifest through the elements. And what I mean by that is that you're chanting or singing a bhajan, whatever, to a particular aspect, or there may be some particular prayer or intention that you're offering to the Lord, and you get an immediate response. Somehow the sun will come out from the clouds, there will be a breeze which will come across your face, or there may be a few drops of rain, or even torrential rain at an instant. And when you begin to acknowledge that that manifestation of the elements actually is the divine directly interacting with you and communicating with you, it opens your mind up and you become incredibly sensitive to that beautiful interaction of the Lord, experience of the Lord. That sensitivity then helps you then to become sensitive to the life that is manifest around the Ranganatha temple. So a little bird isn't just a little bird who's hopping around trying to grab some of the prasadam. The little bird is Jivatma, exactly the same as you are, just in a different body, who's actually also participating in that worship of the divine and part of that beautiful play of Lord Vishnu. And you begin to become aware, my goodness, that's actually, isn't that such an amazing thing? You're worshipping God, you're surrounded by the divine, manifest in the elements, manifest in the natural world that is here and with us. And then it gives you a tiny, tiny insight into the sensitivity the Guru had. And through that worship, the Lord is giving us an opportunity to heighten our direct experience of the universality of God. Bhakti Yoga isn't just about going in the temple and singing or chanting to God. Bhakti Yoga is about cultivating a heightened sensitivity as an integral part of your act of worship to the manifestation of God in everything that surrounds you. That's what Bhakti is about. Then that Bhakti means something. You're looking at it from the point of view of this beautiful dance of the divine in the natural world that surrounds you, and every Jivatma who is privileged to be present in that act of worship, and you're witnessing that. And that takes Bhakti onto a completely different level. Every day, the Lord is surrounding us in our living, through the sun, through the wind, through the earth, through the ground that we walk on, through the water that we drink, through the food that we eat, through every single interaction. We have the opportunity to be aware that we are interacting with God. The more that you shift your awareness and consciousness to acknowledge that, the more sensitive you will become to that manifestation of God that surrounds you in your living.
Divine friends, recognize in each and every one of you the divinity and power of God. There is one religion, the religion of love. There is one religion, the religion of recognizing God in all creation, not just human beings. All life. Extol the virtue of God, for the Shakti of Mother prevails in the totality of God. All the world, the Lord is there. In the trees, the mountains. Extol the virtue of God in the mountains, the rivers. The land. The flowers. Spend time. Be cautious. Don't allow a moment to pass as you are walking around to say to God, thank you for these beautiful things that I encounter in my life.